good day, everybody. Terilee Harrison with another edition of Terilee Talks. I'm here today with the great Mike Martin. Welcome, Mike. Glad to have you here.
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Oh, I bet that they're going to be super excited whether they're watching us live or catching the replay to hear what you have to say. And if it's all right, Mike, I want to tell my audience all about how amazing you are. Would that be okay?
Go for it.
Oh, here we go. So, everyone, I want you to meet Mike Martin. Mike has been in the business world for many years. After serving in the U.S. Navy as a supply corps officer with 1 year in Vietnam in various stateside assignments, Mike grew up as a military brat. After active duty Navy, Mike entered the corporate world with a little company called Xerox. Mike won numerous awards for outstanding sales performance. And after leaving Xerox, he spent several more years in the printing industry, winning more awards for sales performance. Mike continued his personal development working for Dale Carnegie and various other Fortune 100 companies. He transitioned to the small business sector following his passion of finding healing solutions that were holistic. Mike currently is developing and growing a holistic health coaching practice, and he also sells and distributes pain relief products made from nature's ingredients. Mike owns and operates RMC Marketing. It's a veteran-owned business, and Mike is recognized as a disabled veteran business enterprise. Oh, see, I said that you were amazing. So glad to have you here, Mike.
I'm sorry, Tegan.
I'm so glad to have you here, Mike,
Well,
to chat
thank
with
you
you
very much.
today.
I appreciate having the opportunity to share more of my story and hopefully helping some other folks because that's
I
my goal. That's
I
my
know you
my
will.
passion is to help people.
I know it is. And a fun fact, Mike and I are both in the Houston area, so it's not often that I get to talk to people that are more local to me. So it's great to chat with you today. And Mike, if we're going to get into talking about some pillars of health, but would you be open to just sharing? I know that you do great work speaking on behalf of the veterans and that you have spoken to many, many students over the years. Would you take just a second and share a little bit about that? Because I'm just really proud of that work that you do.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, no, I'm a national director for a speakers bureau for a Vietnam veterans group based out of California, and we have our arm here in Houston as well. But what we do is try to dispel some of the misperceptions about Vietnam veterans. There's a lot of movies that display a lot of stuff about Vietnam and Vietnam veterans. Well, guess what? About 90% of them are wrong.
Mm,
So, what our talks are about is giving some facts and figures and information to straighten some things out that aren't even in the textbooks. So if anybody's interested out there, the main audiences have been high school juniors and seniors, and at the college level, it's been any level. So, and I also talk to Rotary clubs, Kiwanis, blah blah blah, all of those kind of folks as well. And most folks are pretty surprised when they finish hearing me give my talk. So, thank you for giving me that little bit of time to plug my speakers bureau.
no, of course, of course. And then share if you would. Like you haven't just talked to 100 students over the years. How many students have y'all talked to?
Well, we've been doing this since the early 2000s, and just this year we hit a milestone. We went over 100,000 students, or folks that have heard us talk. So we're actually right now at about 102,000 and change. So thank you, Terry. Yeah, it was a major milestone this year. And what's interesting about that is I would say that 95% of that has been face to face talks, but we did pivot like everybody else and have done the Zoom things as well. And I actually had an opportunity. I spoke to one high school myself. I was on that particular session, high school where we did about 800 kids in 1 day. And what we do is we literally go into the classroom via Zoom, uh, and there could be anywhere from 30 to 100 kids. Oh no.
I think we're okay.
Uh, okay, hold on there. I had a power outage here. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I see you and I hear you.
okay. Now let's hope my battery doesn't die so we go as long as we can.
Okay.
Anyway, I spoke to all these kids in one day. And so
Mm,
we'll talk from generally about a school period, anywhere from 55 minutes to a block time, an hour and 20, hour and 30. So it's very, all the students and some of the schools we've actually been back to for the
mm,
past 20 years. We've been going there. And
that's
they
amazing.
call us, we don't call them that say, can we schedule this? Or actually we've had now two schools schedule us a year in advance. And that's
Nice.
inside of their master calendars that they have to accommodate for all this state testing and this, that, and the other. So it's very, very interesting. Thank you very much. And if there's anybody in the greater Houston area that's listening to this or anywhere in the country, because obviously we can do it on Zoom. And I did one to Tulsa, Oklahoma last year for homeschool kids, and that was a real interesting job. So anyway, thank you, Terry.
No, very cool. No, I know that that work is important to you, and I think it's just amazing that you've served that many students over the years. So
Thank you.
kudos to you. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
So let's move into something else you're passionate about, and that is health. And so I know that today you're going to be sharing some pillars of health. And so let's get started, if you will. So number one, I know that you feel it's important that we are drinking healthy water. So talk to us more about that.
Well, I over the years, we know that water's got stuff in it, right? It's just and water is can also be acidic or alkaline. It can be salty. It can be this. It can be that. So a lot of times water is called hard water.
Mhm.
So you treat it and there's different kinds of treatments that are out there. Keeping it simple though is that our bodies are what 60-70% water. If you keep your bodies in an alkaline situation or non-acidic, it makes it difficult for disease to to persist or grow in your body. And we're all for all of those folks that have some kind of ailments, you know, do one thing: just switch from a high acid water to a regular water. What's a high acid water? I would say most tap waters. All those waters that are in the bottles, go get some different ones. Get some ones that are have a high pH on them. And there are places where you can buy that kind of water in bottles, in gallon jugs, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the big thing, and it can do some things to slow down disease within your body.
Awesome. That is very important. And I like how you're distinguishing, because some people are just like drink more water, but we're getting more specific. So thank you, Mike. I know there's a lot of benefits to alkaline water. So what's next? What do we have to do, Mike? We have to breathe. So talk to me about breathing healthy, clean air.
There you go. Again, same thing. I know if in the news recently we've had all those fires that were up in Canada, and
Mm,
it's blowing smoke down, and so there's people having a hard times. You're having respiratory issues, all those different kinds of things. So there are systems out there to help clean the air, in inside of a building, inside of a home. There are different sizes to them, but what you're trying to do is get all the particles out that can have a negative effect, again, on your respiratory system. And everybody, please stay tuned. Get in touch with me. I am actually going to be making an announcement within the next couple of weeks on, get this, a AI app that'll be on your smartphone that you can test whether you have an upper respiratory disease,
wow.
including COVID and the various variants. And how are we going to do that? You're going to talk into your phone,
Wow.
and that's it. So stay tuned. Get in touch with me. I'm looking for people to help me share the news. And if you get a hold of me and say, I want one of those, send me your email, your phone number, and your name, and I will send you 2 tests for free. How's that?
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay. Wow. So we learned a lot under breathing healthy air. So the next one is minimize use of toxic substances, both legal and illegal. What is this, Mike?
Mystery, mystery. Well, we know all about illegal drugs, right? So we know we're not supposed to do that. And unfortunately, uh, the the things that are happening in the marketplace today with fentanyl are it's incredible, and it's incredible that what's happening out there. So you know, talk to your children, talk to your grandchildren. Don't take anything that looks like candy. If you don't know
Mm,
where it came from, don't ever put it in your
mm,
mouth. Very important. The other thing, when I say toxic materials, make sure you read your labels, folks,
mm,
and look at see what side effects might occur. Uh, the FDA, if they've done one good thing, is getting the companies to disclose information about what might happen if you take something. Nobody knows for sure because each of our bodies are different. We could have a higher pH versus a lower pH, like we were talking about before.
yeah.
They could have used materials in their manufacturing process they don't realize that could leach into the process and then have a residual effect in your body. Heavy metals, pesticides on any kind of food products. Make sure you wash your any of your vegetables or fruits that you get. Wash them. You got to wash that stuff off. It doesn't go away when you rinse it off. So take the time to do those. You know, eating the right kind of things that are clean, drinking the right kind of water, all of those things are what are my pillars of life. Because what's it all about? It's about how are you going to live and live a balanced life, and you got to do that inside that sphere to get that wheel of life to turn in a balanced way. So hopefully that gives a few ideas. Excuse me. Again, if any of you want more information or a brief free consultation, please send me an email. I think we're going to have my email address up on the screen
There are.
in a few
Yep.
minutes.
We got
Get a
it.
hold of me, and especially if you want those free respiratory tests, call me because you have to get registered to be able to get them, and then once we turn on the downloads for both the iPhones and the Droids, then you'll be able to do the test yourself right on the spot. And it's a fairly fast response to let you know one way or the other.
Mm. Mike, I want to thank you for coming on today and sharing about some of the things that you're passionate about. I do invite everyone connect with Mike here at askmikemartin@gmail. And Mike, I think that I know that we mentioned you have some pain relief products. What's your tagline for that?
Oh, the tagline for the pain relief products is rub it on, the pain is gone. Made for
Nice, nice.
Made for it's they're made from nature's ingredients, no chemicals at all. And again, we've been the company has been out there for 25 years, and we have different strengths. So if somebody wants a brief consultation, again, just give me a call, and depending on how severe the issue is or whatever, we might even be able to get you some free samples as well.
Very good. Well, Mike, thanks for your time today. It's always good to see you, always good to chat with you. And just thank you for being here. For those who are watching, thanks for being here for this episode of Terilee Talks. Until next time, thanks, Mike. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.